welcome back to Standing with Ashley. I'm Ashley. This is a Wake Bake and Make. We're just going to talk about kids' college because it's coming up here. Still got a couple weeks. We're starting the first week of June. I did talk to the college yesterday. No, 2 days. It doesn't matter. Anyway, and we have 5 kiddos signed up for art. The college is still trying to get insurance for the gym class or like the recess rec. So, I don't know, it's going to be too late, I think, for folks to register. Well, probably not. People are very last minute in this town. Like last year, literally, everyone in the community decided to wait until, the day we were starting, or the day before we were going to start the summer class to, register their kids. So, hopefully we'll get more than 5 kids, but honestly, 5 kids is kind of nice. It won't be that bad. I would prefer more though because I'm getting paid for this, so yeah, I would prefer more. But anyway, I'm thinking a lot about the climate, like what we're going to be doing and the way I'm going to be offering. Now, last year was our first year and it was pretty rigid. We only did one activity for each class and we did class twice a week. This year, we're doing 8 classes all together. It's a 2-hour block once a week for 8 weeks. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to do it differently. I've already talked to you about how I'm going to take all of my supplies and leave everything there. It's also an age gap from 6 to 17. So that's a very large range. So what I'm going to do, I've been really thinking about this the past few days, which is why I'm putting it here so it gets out of my brain. I think I'm gonna set up the classroom to have, so when we were doing the community art space is just, we're not doing it anymore because the community stopped participating, so now I'm shifting to work with the college, so I can actually get paid for my labor, okay? That's what we're doing. So anyway, when we were doing community art space, I'm sure you've seen, if you haven't, I put it all over the place. I just did a big table and had all supplies out, all materials and supplies for literally anything out at all times. And so for this class, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to have the option of just coming and doing whatever the fuck you want. And there's also going to be a guided thing where we can go through some newer things like making buttons or linoleum carving, wood burning. I have a bunch of different tools. Airbrush. I have an airbrush tool. I have a soldering gun. I'm gonna look into getting some metals. I don't know how you buy metal. Maybe just the hardware store. So they can practice soldering. I don't know. I have resin too, but I don't really feel like facilitating resin with children. That seems really difficult. Because it's such a harsh chemical. So I'm probably going to skip on the resin. But anyway, I need to get a new camera. Our camera's broken. I need to get that before. So they can do a photo booth. I gotta buy that today. It's already in my cart. I just gotta buy it. Alright, so anyway, what we're gonna do, I already got the white bags, but I did not get them with a logo, and I was gonna make stickers with the logo I made, but I haven't done that either. Again, last year I was so rigid, and this year it's just kind of balls to the walls, whatever, right? Again, speaking to human nature, after you do something the first time, it's not so anxiety. There's not so much anxiety. But I think I already have the place where I'm gonna set up the materials, and that way, if they do something and they want to do something else, they have that ability. I'm also gonna allow them to bring stuff from home if they're working on current projects. I wish I knew how to crochet because I don't. I have a whole nother 40-gallon tote underneath this table that has other art stuff. So anyway, we're gonna do a lot more open space. It's gonna be more of an OT setting. I don't know if you guys are familiar with occupational therapy. I did a lot of occupational therapy in the mental institutions. And it was just like access to, and that's why I do the work I do, because it was so healing to me. You know, being in an incarcerated facility, being able to create stuff was awesome. It was like a vacation. I made paper mache. We're gonna make paper. I have the paper screens. I have to make the pulp still. But again, I don't need to do all of that right now. The first week we're just gonna work on our bags, and I'll give them some open space. Then maybe we'll talk about like some of the things they want to explore. And then I'm going to rely on the college to be buying new materials in addition to what I already have. I am not using my own money. Like last year, I'm pretty sure I put in a good $1,000 and got only, I think I was only paid like 8 something too. So I put in more last year. Again, we live and we learn. So this year I'm not buying any of my own supplies, just what we already have from the community art space, which is a lot. I have a fuck ton of stuff. I've already invested in all of this because this is my field of work, okay? But this is what I feel like we're gonna do. We're gonna make our name tags. They're gonna get to decorate these bags the first week, and we'll chat about some of the things they want to learn. I like to know what their favorite mediums are before class so that I can make sure that we incorporate those. Everyone says painting. Everyone says painting. It's crazy. And so also I make a playlist for class. I gotta buy this shit. Do I want to buy the same one or do I want to buy this one? After applying a credit. This is a $78 fucking camera. What? I need this. I already have a lot of the paper. Okay. Okay. I had to get another Polaroid. Because then they can like take pictures and photo booth stuff. I think that's really important, but the girls broke it last year, so I had to get a new one. Okay, well, we get that done. Thanks for being here, because I probably would have forgotten. It should be here this week or next week, so that's good. We'll have that on the first day. We probably won't use it, but like I like to do a big party the last couple days. The last day, we're gonna do karaoke, and we do a photo booth, and we do cake decorating, cupcake decorating. And we're gonna do balloon art. I forgot the balloon art last year. I totally forgot. So I'm not gonna forget this year. That's the last day. A big party, art party. I'm so excited because we love doing art with the kiddos. I always wanted to be an art therapist when I was younger because I know how healing art is for me. But yeah, I'm just thinking about the format of the course, and it's just gonna be different. It's going to be more of an open space. I think that'll be easier too with Niall being a little bit older and more receptive this year, because he really misses art space, but it was just too much work for me at this time. Maybe we'll get back there. I mean, eventually I want my own building so that we can be like only doing art space ever, but we're not quite there yet, especially with all of the bullshit this admin is doing around grants and shit for women. Anyway, I just wanted to put this here. We are gearing up for this. I'm thinking about it a lot. I have a lot of markers right here. I've got my fabric markers, my Sharpies, and my other stuff. This is the last week of school for the big kids, so for mutual aid, we're gonna be doing, I'm already getting them ready for Pride. We started doing Pride stuff last week. And I have like a little posse of gay high schooler friends, and it's so cute. They're like, yay! They're like, we don't really need the condoms. I'm like, yeah, I see. Some of you do though. But anyway. So yeah, we're getting ready. I'm going to be taking everything the first week and leaving it there all summer. And yeah, we're going to have so like the way the art room is set up, there's like, well, the way it was last year, there's like tables in the front, and then there's like individual work tables, And so I'm gonna put all the supplies. There's like this back spot that you can't see from the door. And so I'm gonna set up this. Oh shit! I forgot I was making breakfast. God, I'm fucking Betty Crocker. Anyway, I know what I'm gonna do. You will see it. I'll bring you guys with us the first week. I need to get some good speakers for my computer. No, because the internet doesn't even work when I'm there. I have to use the smart fucking shit. Okay, anyway, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm very excited. Hopefully we can do the recess rec too. That's just going to be like exploring different sports in one of the school gymnasiums using their stuff on Fridays. Again, hopefully that works out, but if it doesn't, we'll figure it out. And by figure it out, I mean Niall and I will have more time to spend at the splash pad. Have a good one.